What is up, everybody? We are back for round 2 of this modern F&M, y'all. And we have another good matchup for you. Vickers said he was going to be on camera again, and he is on camera again. We plan on seeing him all night in this seat. Hopefully he doesn't keep flip-flopping on me, because that is a bit rough. But we'll get there. So yeah, we got Vickers on Belcher, and we got Zach Crum on Rakdos Scam tonight.
Scam fam.
Yeah, I am joined here with my old co-host, Mr. Turner. He is actually playing tonight. That's why you haven't seen him for a hot minute. Been getting his deck together and whatnot. And he's playing tonight, but you gotta buy without getting a buy, because his opponent dropped without telling someone before. Vickers is about to get crumbed on, Sheriff Max said.
Good one.
When was the last time you got crumbed on?
I still got my V card for that, so I'm good.
You have not been crumbed yet. Sheriff Max, when was the last time you got crumbed on? What do you think of this new setup, man? Being able to have a full...
Oh, it's solid.
It's better than that little tiny screen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's easier to see, that's for sure.
All right, so here's the thing with this matchup. Crum on Scam. You know, the whole idea of Scam is to cheat out a Grief or a Fury on turn 1. With Grief, you're getting to rip 2 cards. You're getting to essentially Thought Seize twice for 1 mana. And leaving a, I believe it's a 3/2 Menace creature on the battlefield. It's either 3/2 Menace or 3/2 Shadow.
Shadow's scary.
Yeah, I forget which Grief has. He has one of those keywords. Alright, so here we go. Turn 1, Grief. And we are revealing from Belcher. We have Ritual, Seagate Restoration, a Belcher, a Manamorphose. Alright, there's that. So we're going to take 2 cards here with the Grief. What 2 cards are we taking is the question. Probably taking the Belcher, given that's his win con. And looks like he's going to take the Seagate, because that's one of his lands. Yep, takes a land out of the hand. And I would assume, you know what they say when you assume, I would probably take the Recross the Paths, because that's his other win con, is the Recross the Paths. Alright, so he got the Belcher and the Seagate Restoration. So, unless Vickers draws another Belcher, he's going to be having to go off through the... what was it? Just slipped my mind. Just talked about it. The Recross the Paths. And basically what Recross the Path says is, hey, I wanted to... we're going to stack... I want to stack my deck, and then we're going to clash. And I'm going to win that clash. And I win the game, essentially.
So I guess he has like some high CMC creature in there to clash with.
So the spells are fairly high CMC. You got Turn Timber Symbiosis, which is 7 mana. You got Seagate Restoration, which is also 7 mana. Emery's Call, which is 7 mana. Emery's Call creates 2 4/4 angels with flying. So he's got some high mana cost cards in there.
How do you cheat Grief in?
How do you cheat Grief in? So the way he did it was Undying Malice, I believe, is the one he just cast. Let me pull it up here. So the way he did it was with... I think he used a feign death here, which says, until end of turn, target creature gains. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it.
Ah, I see.
So now that grief is a 4/3 menace.
Nasty.
And we're scooping it up and going to game 2. Did I miss something there?
No, I mean, he just got better board. It's also when you ring Belcher and you get it taken, it's like, what do you do?
Alright. Maybe we will not see Vickers nonstop here.
Gonna have to...
He called it. He said, you're going to see me again. Then he said, my mouth's going to get me in trouble.
He's gonna have to get that reverse sweep going.
How is chat feeling tonight, y'all? Chat feeling good? How are we sounding tonight? We a little loud, a little quiet? How you feeling? Alright, so sideboard here. Looks like Crumb is thinking about bringing in his Blood Moons. Either that or he cut his Blood Moons. I don't know if Crumb's mainboarding them or not. I would definitely not have them in my 60 against Belcher. Because no. Belcher's a Blood Moon deck itself. Yeah. Round 1, I got to watch Vickers turn to a Blood Moon.
Huh.
Yeah. Then he won through his green card, not his colorless card. Manamorphose just says, hey, I'm going to flip these 2 red into 2 green.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to replace myself. Gosh.
He's good.
Manamorphose is kind of like... I got on this tangent a while back of... I'll just slip my mind. 0-drop artifact. Sacrifice it. Look at the target. Mishra's Bauble. I got on this tangent about Mishra's Bauble. There's no reason that any deck should not play Mishra's Bauble just because it's a quote-unquote free card. But there is truly no reason why anyone shouldn't play Manamorphose because it is truly a free card. I
will fight you on the Mishra's Bauble because you don't draw whenever you do the thing, so that could really F you in the A if you needed a card, especially one that might be top deck, but you had a Mishra's Bauble instead, so you had to wait a whole extra turn. Manamorphose, I can see why you'd say that.
Like, if you're running red or green, throw 4 Manamorphose in there. You're now playing a 56 card deck. You're not hindered on your mana. You're replacing it.
But I would also say that if you needed those 4 cards for an actual...
Now, if it goes against your game plan, sure. But if you just have flex spots and you want to try it at FNM 1 week, throw in 4 Manamorphose. What's it going to do?
I mean...
Except accelerate you.
Couldn't some decks work off of, like, your opponent's graveyard?
Work off your opponent's graveyard.
Like, I mean, not Scooz doesn't care about really non-creature graveyard stuff, but like, I'm sure there's something. There's like some deck that has like a card that's like, eat something in your opponent's graveyard, get something for it. And you're just feeding it for no reason.
Oh, what was the card that almost killed Scooz that was like that? Oh, this card's a Scooz killer. What was it? Well, if Deathrite Shaman was in the meta.
I used to know Deathrite.
If Deathrite was there.
Deathrite, yeah, I mean...
But, sadly, Deathrite's banned. We had this conversation a while back, not me and you, but the Glizzy gang in general, about Deathrite Shaman. As long as Ragavan's in the format, there's no reason you can't have Deathrite Shaman. I mean, Deathrite Shaman is on the same power level as Ragavan, except it's like a slight notch above Ragavan.
I will say this, and I don't know if you remember, Chris, whenever Pioneer came out and I was running my mono black deck, I ran Deathrite Shamans, and I splashed some green in the mana base to run his other ability. And I'll say I was the pioneer of Deathrite Shamans. I knew its value. It's good.
And that's in a format without fetches.
Yeah, no, I just ran the green black temples.
Oh, okay. And Fabled Passage probably.
That was not temples. The shocks.
Overgrown Tomb.
Yeah, I ran like 3 tombs, and then something else, and then I think like 1 forest.
I mean, I'd be running Fabled Passage, crack it, get it in the yard, exile it later.
No, I ran Field of Ruins, and then I also had
I
had a force the fetch with the Field of Ruins. So I had like 6 sources for 4 Deathrite Shamans. And yeah, no, I looked at it, I'm like, this is really good. It gets past ley lines as well. You can gain some life if you really need life. I mean, it might matter, it might not. Maybe 2 life stages you can spurn.
Yeah, because it just says exile a card from a graveyard, not target player's graveyard. It's a graveyard.
Yeah, I've looked at this, I'm like, play set. Easy. I'm just glad that I'm so smart. Sometimes I surprise even myself.
Vickers is just waiting here for Crumb to find the perfect hand.
That was happening? Is he just mulling the whole time?
They were shuffling. I think Crumb's on his mull to 6 right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking.
I know, we were having a good conversation about Deathrite Shaman and Mishra's Bauble and Manamorphose and...
So I'll take that as my one magic big brain play. Because I remember way back when we first started, Austin was running some kind of like Bant Heroic when Theros block was in. And then like the next the big tournament thing, people were running like a Bant type of Heroic deck. So Austin got the claim to that.
Real quick, shout out to these new playmats. These are the Lord of the Ring Boardroom Brews Games and Comics playmats that we are playing on tonight. Got the Lord of the Rings pre-release coming up next Friday here. We're actually probably going to be streaming that over Modern, just because a lot of our Modern crowd is either A, going out of town, or B, not going to be here. Like me personally, I got to work that night.
You know what sucks? I really want to play that pre-release.
Call in sick, buddy.
I'm not doing that to you.
You're not doing it to me. You're doing it to Les at South Hills.
Because Jen will kill me. Like, I'll come into work the next day and I will receive a clothesline. I cannot do that. If it was just me and you on a normal Friday.
Crumb mold to 4. Well, hey, not only. So you might miss the pre-release, but there is the celebration event, which is a sealed format. You get jumpstart packs of Lord of the Rings. The first 30 people get these beautiful set of die that join in. It's going to be in, I think it's July. It's either late June, early July, and going to be a really cool event. We'll show you more about it here later.
Okay.
In between rounds.
All right, so Leyland's on the field. How much does this help Vickers?
How much does this help Vickers? Well, it stops him from getting griefed on turn 1. He probably kept that before, obviously, Crumb mold down to 4.
You see Leyland in hand. As long as the hand's not just off, we can kind of understand.
No, he's got part of his win con. There's a Manamorphose. Filtering that blue-red into maybe double green. Maybe he's letting it burn. Alright. Oh, pardon me. Alright, he's going Fury, wiping the board -1 elemental. This one's probably going to end up going to Vickers here. I mean, it was rough for Crumb. He was on a mold of 4. Alright, we're probably going to see Fable of the Mirror Breaker here. That should help bring Crumb back into the game a little bit. It'll come in, create a dude. The next chapter, when it stays around, he'll get to loot his hand a bit. And finally, he gets that Kiki Jiki if he finds something to put on the field within the first 2 turns it's out. So... Oh, dude, this is a fun game. I did not know they had it. It's kind of a niche board game. I played it last year when I was whitewater rafting.
It's like, I guess it's like dice based. You just
No,
no.
it's not dice based at all. You get these maps and you pilot your own boats. It's really cool.
I was thinking some kind of like adult something.
So there is a little bit of dice base into it. Getting off topic here, but like these are different signals that happen.
Yeah, it's not universal.
All right, back to the game. Sorry, I got distracted. OCD got me, or ADD. Attention.
Was that
Where at?
It's that goblin, right?
Yeah, that's the Goblin Shaman. Crumb is just hard casting a grief, no target. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I spoke too soon. For a mold of 4, Crumb is going hard in the paint right now. Sheriff Mac said it best. Vickers is about to get crumbed on. Down to 6. 2 treasures, 1 from the monkey, 2 from the goblin.
Maybe maybe Vickers just kept a bad hand with Leyline in it.
Yeah, no, we're reporting. Vickers conceded. That is a 2-0 win for Zach Crumb on Scam. On a mold of 4, game 2. That is something.
He had us in the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Way to go, Crumb. We'll talk to you here real soon. Turner, thanks for coming in here for this short, brief session.
Yeah.
Looks like our feature matches are going to be quick tonight, y'all. That being said, we'll come in here. We'll be right back. We're going to do a quick check, see who all's playing still, and enjoy this music. Compliments of Philip Bowen. And, yeah, peace, y'all. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with the victor of round 2, taking down